Welcome to the Security Settings training video. In this video, we will take a look at your security settings page and how to manage its contents. As I am logging in here, it is important to note that I am logging in as the account administrator, and I have the permission to access the security settings page. If you do not have access to the security settings page like in this video example, please contact your account administrator to get the applicable permissions added to your user profile. Once logged in, we will want to visit the Account Management menu down at the bottom of the control panel. From here, we are able to access the Security Settings page. On this page, the first option we have is for a timeout value. This value is defaulted for all new accounts to 1200 seconds, which is 20 minutes. This means if you are logged into Paytrace and are idle for 20 minutes, the system will log you out and require you to log back in. This value can be updated to a maximum of 9,999 seconds, which is just under 3 hours in length, to help extend that timeout period. The next option is a duplicate transaction time, which is measured in minutes. This feature will block any duplicate transaction within the specified period of time in reference to the original transaction. This is an additional tool that helps merchants mitigate duplicate transactions from being processed. We can then require specific information when processing our transactions through our account to help mitigate the chance of fraud and help with the interchange qualifications. We can choose to require the invoice, billing address, billing zip code, and the CSC or security code. These items will normally help keyed or card not present transactions. Swipe transactions will normally not need any additional information for qualification, and these requirements can be bypassed for swipe transactions with our next option. The CSC and AVS auto void options are additional tools to help mitigate risk involved with accepting transactions that approves with the issuing bank even though a mismatching address or CSC code was provided. These tools will automatically void any approved transaction based upon the result we receive from the issuing bank on the address verification and CSC provided on the transaction. Unless the transaction approves with a desired response from the issuing bank for address verification and the CSC, it will not settle and not get funded for. These tools are primarily used by e-commerce merchants who are using a shopping cart or web solution and are not present at the time the transaction takes place. The last section allows us to remove specific items from our process transaction page in our virtual terminal. So let's say we never ask for shipping information and we want to remove that from the transaction page to make it shorter and quicker to get through. We can simply hold our control key and start to make multiple selections of items we wish to have excluded from the transaction page. Please note that removing certain items, such as billing information, might affect how your transactions qualify with your processor. Once an item is selected, it will be highlighted. Once we have the item selected that we no longer wish to view, we can click to save our settings at the bottom of the page. Then we can visit our process transaction page from the virtual terminal menu, and those items are no longer being prompted for on this page. We can always adjust the security settings to have the removed information added back to the process transaction page. This concludes the security settings training video.